Halloween the Game has dropped a new gameplay trailer with some new information about the special power Michael Myers will be able to do, and we're going to talk about it right now.
You'll never come back again. It's gonna get first.
Welcome back to the Death Curse Club. I'm Zak, that's Jim, and Jim's obviously sponsored by Angry Orchard. Make sure you pick up your Thriller pack right now. Use promo code Jimbo. And you will get nothing off when you make that order. Jim, you are a cheap bastard. You're keeping all revenue streamed to you. Like, they have to pay extra. It's wild.
Yeah.
So, Jim, yesterday was the state of play for PlayStation, and at the very end, they showed a new gameplay trailer for the Halloween game. And the gameplay trailer was cool. It did have a narrator from someone from Ilphonic doing that, but basically showed off how good the game's going to look. They have the Unreal Engine 5, the 70s decor look top tier, and they were kind of giving bits about the game, so to speak, of, you know, there's going to be so many characters that are in this town of Haddonfield. There's going to be locations that you have seen, some that you obviously don't because they have to create this big ass map. But it seems like what they're trying to pull off here is on Halloween night, Michael Myers running rampant, obviously has his stuff going down with Laurie Strode, but he is here to wreak havoc on Haddonfield, and his entire goal for the game is to kill the town, and that's playing as Michael Myers. Playing as a human, mucho different character variations that they showed off, is to get these townspeople out, call the cops, get the cops, make the cops believe something's going down for them to show up. Other information that was dropped on this: you cannot kill the boogeyman. Yes, you can knock him down, shoot him, do all that, but the boogeyman cannot be killed. And they showed off the 6 sit-up and stuff like that. They also showed off Michael Myers gameplay, which I guess we can get into in a second. What I just talked about, how do you feel about that initial kind of announcement of stuff?
So the stuff you just talked about as far as playing as a counselor, like the look of it looks great.
Not a counselor, Mr. Jason Thriller Pack.
I'm still in the, I'm in the same mode. Yeah, townsfolk, as a townsfolk person.
A Haddonfielder.
A Haddonfielder. Yeah, I mean, it looks fun. I think the idea is good to have something a little bit different. My only concern that I got out of it was not so much that you can't kill Michael Myers, but when I saw him get attacked and get knocked down, I was having flashbacks to playing Friday the 13th, and when people would just kind of gangbang Jason and keep like knocking him down and knocking him down and knocking him down, and to where you just can't do anything.
Now, okay,
that would be my only concern, is that that's something that you could essentially do.
Mm-hmm.
Now maybe weapons are very limited.
And maybe you can refresh my memory. Did they announce how many people can play as a Haddonfielder? Okay. Now, from looking at the Instagram post, it says many. It doesn't give an actual number. But that being said, I like the idea of you can fight Michael. That being said, there needs to be repercussions to it. Like, granted, you can't kill him, but you can knock him down, which means you should run.
Right.
In my mind, if that's the case, the Haddonfielder life should be low. Like,
right.
Yeah, you can fight, and maybe if you get hit, you'll just be a little injured. More to the way of Texas Chainsaw, where there was a couple of hits or whatever. But, like, I am in agreement. I hope there isn't, but maybe there's some kind of neat WWE reversal that Michael can have.
Because remember, Friday 13th, there'd be many times where someone would hit Jason, stun him, do dance party, stun him again, do dance party, and then somebody else would come over, and so that would become game breaking in a way, I guess.
It could be, but that we're speculating at this point. There's no information on that, but one of the things that they were showing off was the Michael Myers aspect of playing as this. And playing as Michael Myers, they showed off some shit that got me ooey gooey so ready. They showed the shift morph, the shape morph, or whatever you want to call it, of like he's walking, he's doing his Michael Myers thing, and then all of a sudden, boom, he becomes phantom like, where it's just like this aura of him with like these bright eyes, and they fly all over the map and surround like people talking and stuff like that, and he's just sitting there. And apparently you can like put yourself into a shadow and then like remorph in, and then you give that jump scare and hopefully kill, depending if it's NPC or not, or a person fights back, who knows. But what do you think of this shift power? You were bringing up something on text earlier.
Oh, well, the shift power I think was necessary because you need to give him something.
Yeah.
On paper, Michael Myers is essentially just a human being walking around, so you needed to give him something, and I think that is a good way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the shape. I mean, he was called the shape, so the shape.
Yes. The shape.
I mentioned Naughty Bear.
Yes.
Which was a game that, and it reminded me of that. Which Naughty Bear was basically a setup of there were NPC bear characters, and you were a bear, and you had to go around and you had to slaughter these bears, and in the more gruesome ways that you could, the more points you got out of it.
Right.
But they were NPC characters that pretty much walked a certain path, and like if you could catch one near the wood chipper and throw them in the wood chipper, you got more points than if you just basically like meleeed them to death.
Right.
And so that's what it kind of reminded me of when I hear like that, watching that of like, oh, if you catch them at the right time, and so I was like, okay, that's fun, because Naughty Bear was fun. I mean, a lot of I don't think it was sold with a lot of games, or not everybody remembers it, but I actually had fun playing it.
Right. Yeah, I have no idea what this game is. Never played it, but this one that we're talking about, of this trailer, the gameplay, the idea of Michael and his ability, like watching, and I don't know if they dive deeper into it, so stop me if you've heard this. But I was very loving of the fact of, it looks like you can get into Michael's mask, and they just had the eye holes, and they were looking, and he found someone, and he just like targeted it. It like almost made that person orange. And it feels like you can just straight up, I just want to worry about him, not worry about any other NPCs or people. Shift yourself into that house to get near them, and then do like a stun kill or something like that. Like the fact that you can do I'm looking through his eyes shows you this game has heart already involved. Between that, the shifting, the shapeshift, I'm blown away with the single player aspect of playing as Michael.
Yeah, I imagine it's another special ability, kind of like with Jason being able to see the people moving around.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, it'd be cool to be able to focus on one person and be like, oh, there's Zach, I'm going after him.
Don't you do it, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna Chad dance all over you.
You won't see me coming.
And then on top of that, yes, multiplayer, that's fun. The story mode, it comes like they're making it feel like this is going to be a full-on story. Playing as Michael, it almost, dare I say, it might be just about playing as Michael. Like in a single player mode, story mode. I imagine it's going to play all the beats to the movie.
Yeah, I mean, the single player mode is just Michael Myers, from what I saw. And I almost expect it to be just like Naughty Bear, maybe just a specific map and those characters, and you just go around and murder them. I mean, I think it might just be that, or kind of like you said, like based around the movie where you have to kill the certain characters in certain spots, or you want to try to kill those certain characters in certain spots. And if
Well,
it leads to unlockable content, I like unlockable content.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, it would be again, now we're in speculation mode and now thinking about it more. The fact that they're saying it is a story, like it feels very story. If it plays like an open world game, like granted it's open world, it's just Haddonfield, but like you have tasks. You have to kill this guy, you have to kill this guy, and boom, now you get to go into the goddamn hardware store to get your mask.
Right.
Go there, kill that guy, get your mask, get your rope, leave there. And if it's based on you got to do these things, I think that's pretty interesting. And then in a world that everything goes great, we're making a lot of money. Cool, you finish that story. Guess what? DLC comes down. Now you can get Laurie Strode in the fucking gown. So the DLC story is picking up right at the hospital. And then we can just follow that. And I don't know if you go further than 2, but I do like the idea of maybe there's add-on story ways we could do this, and that's how you add on to the map.
Well, you eventually get a level where Michael Myers is killed by Busta Rhymes.
Oh, you motherfucker!
And then the whole server shut down.
I fucking hate you.
It just kills the whole game.
I fucking hate you. You would say that with your fucking Angry Orchard Thriller Pack right now. Get at your local Target, you son of a bitch. We finally got a release date. September 8th, 2026. I'm going to tell you right now, perfect date. I know people on the internet probably are like, I can't believe it won't be here in March. I can't believe it won't be here in April. Let me tell you, 2 straight months of Halloweening.
Yeah.
That is such a perfect time. That will make sure people aren't already bored of the game by the time Halloween hits, because God knows what the DLC plan is, because you would have to rely on DLC to bring people back, to make the game feel interesting. I love the idea that this comes out, in my opinion, where spooky season starts, September 8th.
Yeah, I like
specifically that date.
I like the date. I've seen more people saying, why isn't it coming out on Halloween? But I do think you need that kind of lead up, that time frame to get people in, get people going, and it also gives you that secondary boost, because you're going to get the release date boost.
Yep.
And then you are going to have a little bit of drop off after a couple weeks, because it's just every video game has that.
But once October
And a season kicks back in, people are going to come right back, and people are definitely going to want to play it on Halloween.
Yeah, anybody that's like, why aren't you releasing on Halloween, absolutely does not know how business works.
Right.
They don't know how business works, because Halloween didn't come out on Halloween. There's never been like a movie titled The Thing that successfully comes out on that thing and does well after.
I mean, Independence Day might have.
Bullshit. And did it even come out on Independence Day?
It was that weekend.
Okay, that doesn't count. It's not Independence Day.
Well, I know, but it could be Halloween.
Yeah, but that's a different thing. I agree.
It should be September.
Like Friday the 13th usually comes out the week before Friday the 13th, so they can get that bump that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Or it comes out on a date that doesn't even make sense. Fuck, Rob Zombie's Halloween came out on Labor Day. And guess what? It was like the highest grossing Labor Day movie until I think Beetlejuice. So September works for Halloween, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
But what say you fine folks on the internet? Are you a fan of this game? Can you wait till September 8th, or do you want it to come out on Halloween Day? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, because this is one of many Halloween videos coming down the pike, especially once the game's out. We're going to be live streaming like a champ. That's what we're going to be doing. So subscribe to the channel, like this video, and make sure you go to your closest Wegmans and pick up a thriller pack from the Jason universe, brought to you by Angry Orchard and Jimbo. Use promo code Jimbo for $5 more. Anything else you want to plug, Jim?
I got nothing. I'm just here, and I have nothing to do with anything he just said.
All right. Catch you on the next one.